Welcome back. The time is 7:42. A disaster or emergency can strike at any time. September is National Preparedness Month.
And FEMA wants families and communities to plan now and throughout the year for disasters. WFXR's Hazelmarie Anderson has everything we need to know to get ready.
Emergencies, they can happen at any time in any place, especially here in our area, which is why it's important to be prepared. And what better way to talk about National Preparedness Month than with Daniel, who happens to be the emergency manager for Botetourt Fire and EMS. Thank you so much for being here this morning.
Happy to be.
Well, actually having us this morning.
Yeah.
No, before we get started with how to be prepared, where exactly are we standing in?
So we're in our new command trailer that we pull out for our large incidents that we respond to.
So you guys are always prepared no matter what,
which
is important because you guys are first responders. So let's just jump in and talk about what we should be we should have actually on hand when it comes to an emergency, whether it's weather, just a natural disaster or anything like that. So what should be in our kits?
Yeah, so we encourage everyone to have supplies so that they're prepared for 72 hours that they can stay in their home, especially without power. So one of the biggest things that we find when we go into disaster areas is that people don't have power for multiple days, and a lot of times people aren't necessarily prepared for things like that. So we want to encourage everybody to have things that they need in their home to be able to be self-sufficient for, that first 72 hours while we work on getting things in place.
Well, and pack your patience, because sometimes it is a little bit hard to take care of everyone. So what are some of the items that we have displayed right now?
Yeah, so one of the biggest things is that you have to still eat.
Yes.
Obviously, and you don't want to eat these shelf life bars that taste like cardboard. So having stuff in your home like canned beans or different vegetables and stuff that you actually enjoy, they have a good long shelf life. So keeping those things on hand, keeping some rice, some hard beans, some pasta on hand that you're able to cook with just simply heating up some water.
And we were talking a little before we went live right now, and you were talking about making sure you're using these throughout the year. Don't just keep them sitting because they can go bad, correct?
Absolutely. Everything that we use every day has a shelf life to it. And so, yeah, they make some stuff that has some long shelf lives, but that's not necessarily stuff that you're going to enjoy eating when you're in that type of situation. So rotating through this stuff as you have it in your house and stuff that you enjoy is something that you really want to try to plan for.
And as we move through, what else do we have? What is this?
So another thing in disasters is cell phones are great. They do a whole lot of things for us and we depend on them every day. However, if the power's out, the cell phone towers may be out, and these things die eventually.
Yes.
So having all of your information written down, like important phone numbers, because who actually remembers phone numbers anymore?
This is true.
Because they're all stored in our cell phone. So if we have all that stuff written down ahead of time, then if we have to evacuate to a shelter or use somebody else's phone, then we have that information if ours is dead.
And it's also important that people know to make sure that the entire family knows exactly where this emergency list is, just in case something happens. Grab and go, or you can just go, whether it's on the refrigerator, just look and go, okay, this is who we call, correct?
Absolutely. Another thing is keeping your important documents in a go bag or something waterproof and ready to go. We also encourage everyone to scan it into something digital, put it on a thumb drive, store it in a secure cloud that they can do, because a lot of times, if your house gets wiped away, those important documents may go with it. So having those things readily available is super important.
Great advice. Thank you so much. I'm going to toss it back to you because we're learning stuff every single day. And for more information, just head to our website, WFXRTV.com.